They're rushing back in, but Spirit wants you to ask them why now. Welcome to Once in the Blue Moon. I'm your favorite faceless melanated mystic, guided by Spirit, always in divine timing. You didn't land here by accident, so let's tap in and see what these cards have for you today. All right, collective. This reading feels like emotional chaos is trying to circle back around somebody right now when they were finally starting to heal. And Spirit is saying, pay attention to the timing of people's action, not just their words. Let's get into it. We start with the Knight of Swords attached to drama. And immediately, this is fast movement, impulsive, emotional reaction energy. This could be sudden communication, arguments, someone charging back into your life unexpectedly, gossip or conflict, or emotional pressure being placed on you quickly. And somebody here is moving fast, but not necessarily wisely. And honestly, this feels like somebody who only acts once they feel like they're losing access to you. Then we get the Ace of Cups. So yes, there are real emotions here. This isn't emotionless energy. There's love, attraction, vulnerability, or emotional longing connected to this whole situation. But for some of y'all, this is a new emotional beginning, while for others, it's an old emotional connection resurfacing. But Spirit is already warning you not to confuse emotion intensity with emotional maturity, because right after that comes the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this energy, Spirit actually trusts. See, it says loyalty at the bottom, consistency, patient, steady effort, loyalty. This is somebody who proves themselves through actions over time, not just emotional speeches during moments of panic. And I think that's the lesson here. You're being asked to stop valuing passion more than consistency. Then we hit the Four of Swords. Collective. Somebody has been recovering emotionally. I'm happy for y'all. Whoever this is. Healing quietly, resting, pulling your energy back, trying to regain mental peace after emotional exhaustion. And honestly, some of y'all were finally getting comfortable in your healing process before this energy started resurfacing again. Now here's where the reading shifts. The Knight of Wands reversed and Death. The reverse Knight of Wands is unstable energy. I'm gonna hold it like this. These cards kind of big. Hot and cold behavior, inconsistency, immaturity, impulsiveness. People who chase excitement but avoid accountability. So if somebody is coming back around now, Spirit is saying look at their patterns, not just their emotions, because Death right beside it says something must transform completely. The old version of this dynamic cannot continue. And somebody either changed for real or the connection itself ends permanently. Like, you gonna be like, hey, you got one more time to mess up and I'm gone. And you serious about it. So they either gonna step up and they gonna change for real, or they ain't gonna see you again. You gonna go on about your merry way. And I'm gonna be honest, collective, somebody here has outgrown chaos, but part of them still feels emotionally attached to it because it feels familiar. And that could be you. Then we got the Two of Pentacles. This is choices. I say options, but this same thing is choices. You're trying to balance emotions, logic, healing, and future decisions all at once. And somebody may literally be deciding between staying emotionally available to the past or choosing a more peaceful future. And Spirit is showing that the juggling itself is becoming exhausting. Then we close the outer spread with Temperance. This is healing, balance, divine timing, emotional regulation. Spirit is trying to calm the emotional storm here, because this reading feels like somebody's nervous system has been through it emotionally. Yeah, before we get to the center of the reading, collective, if this message is hitting home already, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe, for these messages keep finding you exactly when you need them. Now, let's get into the center of this reading, because this is the deeper spiritual lesson underneath everything. The center of the cards are the Star and the Four of Pentacles. Now, this is hope mixed with fear. That's exactly what these cards are. The Star, it says you will still believe in love. You still believe healing is possible. You still believe things can improve. You hope. You hopeful. But the Four of Pentacles says you're also guarded now, protective, careful, holding yourself emotionally tighter after what you experienced. And honestly, Spirit is not judging that, because somebody here learned the hard way that giving too much access to unstable energy can cause emotional peace. So the real lesson is not close your heart forever. The lesson is learn how to stay hopeful without abandoning your boundaries. Now, the advice from Spirit that I'm getting is not everybody who returns deserves re-entry into your emotional space. Watch for consistency, accountability, and change behavior, not temporary emotion. And real love should bring peace in your life, not constant emotional recovery. Now, collective, what's one emotional pattern you know you heal from but still feel tempted to revisit sometimes? And let me know in the comments below, have you ever mistaken emotional intensity for real love? I know we all have, but if this resonates with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me for more, because I do have messages for you. And I'll see you in the next video.